All right, welcome in everyone. Welcome in. It is time for the return of the Obra Dinn. That's right. I am excited. We are getting to the tail end of identifying all these fates. We have some very distinctive individuals that we have to identify. There are the four men from China, and there is the Frenchman who was supposed to be the bosun's mate. Like, I feel like these five individuals surely ought to be possible to identify. And then the people who sailed off on the ship, we might be able to track where they're going if we look at the map. So we're going to hop in and see how many of these fates we can identify. All right, so right now we have 33 fates solved. So we're going to see how far we can get. Let's go. Oh boy. All right. So if we look at our book, I want to look at the Life at Sea sketch. So there are certain individuals, these ones, I don't know about him, but this guy is one of them. This guy is one of them. I'm not sure where the other two are, but we can identify them. So, for example, let's take him, because this was the guy that was electrocuted on the rigging, and let's see where his memories are, right? Let's look. So, we have unholy captives. Not sure what he was doing there. This is part 6, Soldiers of the Sea. That's where he was killed. He was electrocuted up in the rigging. Unholy Captives part 2. Let's see. Bitter Cold. Alright, so Bitter Cold is the earliest memory, it looks like. Alright. Oh, and he's here. Okay, yeah, he was at the murder, sitting, because we saw that in the sketch, right? So, I guess, let's start here, where he was murdered, right? So, he is located very close to where we're at. So, let's see, if we can find it. It should be, was it this guy? I don't remember. Yeah, okay, it was this one. So let's look at him. There's got to be something. We went through all the memories, and they never said any of their names. They never said anything. I don't even think they hardly talk. So it's got to be something about how they look, right? So I don't necessarily know if it's some kind of, even if it was a class thing with their clothing or something, there's not really anything we can tell, right? Let's see. So let's look at him. He's bald. He's wearing a light long sleeve shirt, some dark shorts. Looks like he's got some white socks and maybe some little slip-on shoes. All right. Do we have any of the other crew up here? Who is that? I don't know who that is. All right, but let's see. Who are you? Okay, so I think you're another one of the Chinamen. So you're still bald, but you're wearing a different type of shirt. I think it's the same kind of pants. Let me see. He kind of looks like he has some dark stockings on, maybe. And then light shoes, whereas he has light stockings and dark shoes. It's kind of hard to tell in that picture, but that's kind of what it looks like there. What about you? Okay, so you are dressed very similar to this guy, I think. You have the same shirt and pants Or do you? No, your pants are longer. Yeah, he's wearing long pants. I think that leg is really difficult to tell from this angle. I think we need to get another look. Let's go to the where they were doing the firing squad and see if we can find. It's going to be in before the calling. It's going to be in the murder. Is it this one? Shot with a gun. It's not that one. It was this one. Yes. Okay. So let's find this corpse. I think we have to go outside. No, no, no. We're over here. This guy. So let's look at him. We might be able to see the Chinamen easier from here, because they'll be standing up. All right. So let's see. The guy we were looking at, he's over here. Right? Yeah. So clearly, he clearly has white socks and dark shoes, a long sleeve, light colored shirt, and short pants. Let's see who else we have. Is this another one of the Chinamen? Yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he is or not. But this guy was over here. Okay, yeah, so he's got long pants. Not short pants. He has... I think his shirt is the same, though, right? Nope, he has a shorter sleeve shirt, whereas the electrocuted guy has a bit longer one. His pants have a white cuff, and he's got dark shoes. Let's see, can we find... Who are you? I think this is a... Yeah, I think this is a steward. But we haven't definitively... It could be... We have identified you. I wonder, could you be the fourth mate steward? I think you might be. Because you're standing right next to the fourth mate, right? That makes more sense to me, actually. Alright, who is this? This is the artist. He's sketching it all. Why is there a monkey riding on the goat? Are you guys watching this? Okay, who else do we have? I don't know if all four of the Chinese men are in this scene or not. I feel like he's a steward too. And he's standing... Who are you standing next to? Second mate? Could you be second mate steward? Do we have that as an option? Let's see. Second mate steward, we do technically have it. I mean, let's just see. Because like I said, he's standing... They're like kind of standing next to each other. First mate. Do we know who you are? Let's see. Not sure. We'll have to figure that one out. Because we guessed this guy based on his position to the third mate, right? Who actually we haven't figured out how he died. So he might be one of the mysterious deaths. You're Formosan royalty, so are you. And I think so are you. Okay, yeah, the three of y'all are, and then he's the fourth one, right? Yeah, he's the fourth one. So I think maybe only two for sure, unless that guy is one of the Chinamen. Which, I mean, he could be, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go through here. We're trying to use some really extensive deduction skills here. Okay, so let's go back to the sketch so we can find our guy. This guy. Oop. Yeah, I want to see your memories on the deck map again. Alright, so unholy captives. Is that gonna help us? We saw this one. If we're gonna do unholy captives, we should go to this one. Because then we can work our way backwards. So it is on the gun deck. So let's go ahead and head down to the gun deck. I think it's gonna be on the other side, perhaps. Yeah, almost there. Is it this guy? I think it might be. Let's see, this should be... Yeah, okay. Unholy Captives, part 2 of 4. So, our electrocution Chinaman is here. Somewhere. We'll have to find him. Maybe there's something that we can notice here.
Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry as a solid meal, boy.
Right.
Take it slow.
One tick, gentlemen. There's a free shelley.
That's when he's gonna get spiked, right?
Get back.
Yeah, he gets spiked. Who is that? We don't know. Alright, so they're all checking it out. These are like... Yeah, these are midshipmen. I think all of these guys are midshipmen. We don't know for sure that's who it is. We do know you, and we do know Peter Milroy. I think you're a steward. But maybe you are just a seaman. I don't know. There's a specific conversation that we'll have to check in with him. Alright, and this is... Okay, he's running for cover. That was the Philippe Dahl, the captain steward or whatever. Alright, Abraham Akbar. The cook, right? Okay, so where is my guy? He's got to be up here somewhere, right? A topman. Do we know that that's who you are? No, we don't know for sure. Okay, so y'all are like... Oh, y'all are pulling in the boat. Okay. Seaman. Yeah, okay. I guess you would be considered maybe an unknown seaman, I guess, because you're working for sure. That would be my guess. Okay, yeah, so there you are. You're helping load cargo. And who is this back here? Another unknown seaman. Okay. And then you guys are... That's the doctor. And the... Who are you? Henry Brennan. Okay. And then you're like the butcher, I think? No, I don't know who... Wait. I don't know who you are, but you're dressed in work clothes. Could you be the doctor's assistant? Perhaps? Surgeon's mate? Maybe. We're gonna go with that for now, because, I mean, you're right next to the surgeon. And you're definitely dressed in nicer clothing, so it could be. Because you're the bosun. Could you be the bosun's mate? I said gunner's mate, but I wonder. Well, it said that the Frenchie was ripped apart, so we're gonna have to follow that one later. Right now, let's just take a look at this guy. Okay, do you still look the same? I think you're still the same. You're still wearing the same shirt, pants, socks, shoes, and you... No, you're the artist. And you're a random seaman. Okay, you are this guy. Okay. So yeah, he is wearing dark socks and then like almost white shoes. But then he has a long sleeve dark shirt and dark shorts. Okay. Do we have the other guy? Are you the... You gotta be one of the guys. Yeah, okay. So we already looked at you. We've looked at you. Third mate. How much of this do we know for sure? We think that's third mate. First mate. Captain. Gunner. We're correct on that. And Gunner. Could you be Gunner's mate? I wonder. Maybe. We said the other guy was, but maybe this guy is. I don't know. We'll have to figure some more out on that. All right. So I don't know that that helps us. Let's go to the previous one. They're up top, right? Okay. So let's view the previous memory also and see what we can figure out. Yeah, it's basically these. Both of them at the same time. We'll hear. Maybe they spoke here.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
What are the monsters? They are talking.
Shell? What shell?
So somebody talked. I think you were the... Maybe you were the one? Okay, so... Yeah, it was definitely the captain saying shell, what shell. I think you were the one that was saying the shell is dangerous. I think you were translating. That's my guess. But I don't see anything different. Notice your facial hair. I don't know. All right. Anyone else here? What are they doing? Oh, I think they're doing this to bring up the ropes, right? Nathan Peters. All right, I think we actually have all four of those guys correctly identified. The captain. Don't know who you are. Well, you're in here. I wonder if you might be a gunner, but anyways. Alright, so let's look at the last memory that he's in, which I think was... I think it's the one where the Russians were playing cards, right? Let's see. The one where everyone was sick? A bitter cold, right. So this body is going to be Orlop deck. So let's go down to the Orlop deck. This is the gun deck. So many bodies now, man. Alright. No, this is cargo. This is gun deck. This one really was actually the Orlop deck, I believe. Alright, yeah, so we're close to it. Is it this one? Yeah, okay, this one. Bitter Cold Part 1? Oh, this is Part 2. Well, we can go backwards to Part 1, I think. I believe. You know... Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I think you are Surgeon's Mate, because you're hanging out here. And we did know who you were. Alright. I mean, otherwise, why would you be hanging out here? It makes sense. Alright, now let's check this one. This should give us part 1, which is the other memory where he's located, right? That's the Russians. Yeah, they were just playing cards. Okay. I hear lots of people sleeping. Is it going to be one of the people sleeping? Let's see. Okay, so these are all of those guys, I assume. I think that might be his bunk, because they're all together. I think that's got to be the Russians' bunks, because that's their area. Who is this? Can I see? Oh, wait. I can see a foot. Could this be theirs? Maybe. I see another foot. Who else do we got? Is that all? Yeah, we have those. And then we have these. So let's see. Anything about these? Wait a second. I recognize those stockings. Who are you? You're 39. Wait a second. I recognize those stockings. Could you be 39? Is that going to be one of the... It was. It's got to be him. Okay. So... 59? I don't think 59 was one of them, was it? Let's see. 59, no, is England. We've got 40 and 41. What are their numbers? I wonder. Let's see. So we need to find 38, 40, and 41. So 40 is here. Maybe. I don't know. What about 38? Can we find 38? Okay. Can I... You have... Are you... It looks like the white stocking... It looks like the electrocution guy. Let's try it. I mean, he's got the white stocking and the shoe. Maybe that was 38, I think. Maybe. But then who are you guys? Do we have, like... I think your shoes are off. Which doesn't really help. Wait. Yeah, like, that doesn't really help. Ugh. But can I tell anything about your clothes? Maybe? Alright, let's see. He definitely seems to be having short pants on, right? But they both kind of do. So I'm really not sure. Can I find a shoe on the ground over here? It sort of looks like a shoe. I wonder, is there a reason why he was separate, though? Maybe that could actually give us some information. Let's see, can I get over here? Can I see anything? I feel like that really is our electrocution guy. But then who are these guys? Can I see anything? I'm not sure. I just see, like, bare leg. Well, what I assume to be bare leg. I mean, it could be stockings. This cannot be a comfortable way to sleep right on top of a cannon, man. I'm not sure. That looks like a sock, almost. But you know what? That actually does make sense if he spoke English and we think he's the electrocution guy. He's got an extra tag there too. I don't know what that means. Well, no, I guess they all have 2 tags. Okay. I feel like this guy is definitively identified, and I feel pretty confident about that guy. These other ones I'm not so sure about. 40 and 41. Those are the 2 that I've got to do, right? So we have, yeah, 40 and 41. This looks like short pants. The more I look at it, the more it seems like short pants. So then, that's 40. So then by default, that would mean 41 has to be the long pants guy, right? One would think. 41. Let's see. I mean, we could be wrong. He could be the other guy. So then who is the other Chinaman then? Let's see. Does anyone else even look like it? I mean, are they even hanging out together? Not really. Is it this guy? He doesn't really look like a Chinaman? I don't know. But then again, we've kind of like assumed we knew who the rest are that were for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see anyone else. Well, I think he had an English accent, so he can't be a Chinaman. I feel pretty good of saying that. So I think we're going to, I mean, and he does kind of have that. Let's just see what happens. It's the only guy I can think of. Could he be? Okay. He was right. Let's see who else we got. Okay, we got him right. He was electrocuted. Nice. He was spiked. Okay. And he was drowned. Nice. I think that means that the other guy has to be right? Because the one I didn't identify was one I was unsure if that was even a Chinaman. So this guy, it has to be him. Unless he wasn't crushed by a terrible beast. That could be possible. Let's look at how he died. Crushed by a terrible beast. I feel like those are right. But let's look at it again just in case. Maybe it counts as like rigging, or maybe they were exploded or something like that. Okay, let's get out of this memory. So we're piecing it together bit by bit. Whew. Not an easy job to do. Okay, so where are we located? Okay, so we just want to go like over here. Is it these guys? It's these 2. So let's see. Maybe we can hear something. Maybe they caught on fire. This sounds like strangling sounds. Okay. I said spiked. I think that's the problem. Crushed. Clawed? By a terrible beast? Maybe that's the thing. They weren't crushed, they were clawed by a terrible beast. Both of them. Right? Because those are clearly claws. Let's go with that for now. Alright. Let's go ahead and head out of here and see which one we want to examine next. Where's the exit? Oh. Right over here. Okay. We'll head out. Now, the other one I want to do It was after. Okay, so it was after the Doom, I believe. In the escape. This. Put me down, let me go. Easy now, you're in a bad way. The squid. Where is my Frenchman? The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. Okay, so somewhere we need to look and see who died in the Doom. Because somewhere here, somebody was torn apart. Alright, so let's look at it. We know who he was. We know who he was. That guy's not identified, but he was also blasted with a cannon. I mean, maybe. Okay, that one is correct. Okay. That one's correct. So literally the only one, unless it's one of the disappearances, unless it's him. He wasn't torn apart, but he is wearing that shirt. Maybe that's a French shirt. It's a French shirt. I should have said that before. You know, I was like, maybe that's a Frenchman. Okay, so we're right about him. And him. Alright. Ooh, 3 more. Okay, now, the next thing I want to do is I want to try and I want to look at their map, where they're heading. So they started here, heading in this direction, right? This was where they were heading. Okay, so let's follow this path. We came here. We're past Europe. We're near. Was that Spain and Portugal or something? I think. We're kind of far away from the Azores Islands. We're near Madeira and Canary Islands. Okay, that's only in part 2 though. So let's check out the murder. Where are we at here? Okay, so here we're actually at the Canary Islands. Okay, let's keep tracking it. Part 4. We're just a little bit past the Canary Islands. Okay. Alright, so unholy captives, I'm guessing we're going to be in the same... Yeah, okay, so we're in the same general area. Okay. They were heading towards Cape Verde, though. I wonder if that might be where they were supposed to be. Yeah, so they're like really off course now. So it could be Azores. That would be the straight on. Unless they were heading towards Cape Verde. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so that's Soldiers of the Sea, the Doom. Where are we at on the Doom? Yeah, so we're drifting up even more. It really seems like it's gonna be... actually be the Azores. Could be. Alright. And then we can't see the bargain. That one is sealed until we bring back the book. Okay, this is where the escape happened. So we really should look at this, which is very near... Well, it's kind of in between Madeira and Azores. I don't think they would have gone back to the Canary Islands if they could at all help it. But let's look at the last part. The end. That's one thing we haven't done yet, is look and see where was the ship at the end. At the end. So, yeah. There's no way they would have traveled down to Cape Verde. That's... I feel like from here... Well, from here, that's way too far away. most logically, it makes sense to go to one of these two. And I don't know, I feel like I've said this one before, but let's see what happens. So, the escape. And then let's go over to the ones who escaped. I think we know most all of these now. We think this is we gotta figure this guy out too, who his attacker was. Because I think we have almost his too. We have 2 unknown attackers. Although since we've identified a lot of people, we might actually have them, we might actually know where they are now. Okay. Can we say Azores? Let's just see what happens if we say they're in the Azores. Because that would be kind of the best place. Okay, so either we have someone wrong. We know who this guy is. Azores. Okay, what about... Could they be on... Doesn't even have Madeira. Okay. Well then, how about this? Let's look at what memories you're in. We know who you are. Because we had that he was killed by... We had that she killed someone and it was confirmed correct. So we know who she is. Let's see. What memories are you in? Alright, so you were in... Anything down here? It does not look like that. They're like virtually all on top. The Doom, the Escape. So we really don't know much of anything about her. Was anything said here? Crushed by falling Reagan. Martin, have you lost your mind? I want my husband. Where is he? That doesn't really say anything. What else? Show deck memories. Alright, so was there anything here? It was 2 and 3. Alright, last one, move quick. Doubt. Stop, let them go. No. Alright, so let's look through the script. It left with the storm. Okay. What else was said? Okay, that's that. And then what was said here? Let them go. Just let them go. That's all that was said. Paul, look out. Stop. Let them go. Because this was where the Russian guy killed them. But does it say... Okay, does it say anything after this? Captain cannot be trusted. Take a ship and sail east. So, could we look east and see what's there? Maybe. What's going on? You're cut. I'll stay with you. Tell Pete's mother I did my best. Okay. And then they disappeared. Okay, so... Let's look at the map. What would be east of them? Because I feel like we've tried everything. Maybe they're not alive. East. East would be Africa. Or Madeira. They're not in the Azores. I mean, unless they did sail to Cape Verde like they were originally supposed to. Well, they were originally supposed to go around the coast of Africa. But... So, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a way to figure it out. Like, if they went east, they'd be in Africa, right? Could it be... It could just be drowned. Like, they could just be drowned. We could be hoping that they're alive, honestly. I'm going to try Africa, and then if this doesn't work, I'm going to try that they're all drowned, because who knows? Honestly. Are you on Africa? They're on Africa. Okay. Sail east. That makes sense. Okay. And he was the fourth mate steward. We were correct about that. Which means we know the other guy should be also alive in Africa. So that's good. That'll get us our last disappearance there. All right. So we're getting there bit by bit. Let's go back to the doctor, the good doctor. And then we'll see what we got. Okay, so he is actually in Africa. I guess we never said Africa. But it makes sense because they sailed east. Okay. Done with that. I don't want to do him first because I don't even know that's who he is. So let's go to the beginning of this. We've identified all of these. This guy, who we think might be the gunner's mate. Let's see, where is your corpse? It is on the gun deck. Okay. So we need to go up one. Okay. And back this way. Because you were involved in this whole mutiny bit, weren't you? It's one of these. This guy, I think. But we might know who killed him now. Because we've identified so many people.
Captain Cannon. Have a plan? Yes. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Bastard.
No!
Okay. Oh yeah, so he wrestled for the gun. Do we know who you are? Wait. Seriously? Really? Okay. Hang on. Well, then we know who you're shot by. You were clearly shot by the fourth mate. Okay, so you're mutinying, and the fourth mate was calling for the mutiny. Okay. Well, assuming that's who you are, we know who shot you, for sure, because that was confirmed. Making progress. Alright, so we think that's who you are. It might not be Gunner's mate, but I mean, he was standing next to the gunner, and everybody's mate is kind of standing with them on that picture, which is why I think that it might be so. Alright, so let's continue on. Now, who were you knifed by? Let's see. You're on the gun deck in one of these rooms. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I know which one this is. So we need to see what happened to you. Hopefully, we might have to go back a few from this, though.
Oh, no. You're cut.
Right.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back, to save him.
You
Pete.
tell her yourself.
Oh,
Bring the
Pete.
surgeon's kit.
Okay. Pete. Pete who? Pull him back. I think we know who that was. That was the guy who got pulled up during the Doom, I believe. Let me go back just a little bit. Skip this. The Doom. Let me see. Pete. Abigail, Maba, Pete. This guy. Okay. Yeah, because he was pulled up, right? All right. So then... All right, I was just making sure we had this guy, but yes, we know who he was. Skip past the bargain. Okay. So now, he tried to pull him down. Was there anything there, I wonder? Let's see. Was anything said? Any names? I don't think there was any names that were said. Hold on, throw out the powder. Yeah, I don't think there was anything said. So, where are we at? We're on this escape. Trying to identify the last few people in this chapter. Okay, so I think we need to go back a memory. We're not going to know who knifed him from that one. So let's go back little bit by little bit and see. This is the previous part, escape part 5. Let's see. So Brennan, right? Yeah, Brennan is hitting John Davies over the head. Okay, so the fourth mate was fighting with the gunner, or with you. Brennan hit him over the head. You've already been stabbed at this point. First mate's coming down. All right, so we understand this so far. Let's go back another step in time. And let's retrace it. I know we've seen these like 1,000 times now, but I think it really helps to see it. Okay, so fourth mate is declaring mutiny. I assume it sounded like an older guy. Actually, let's see. Let's look. Yeah, the one who got killed is the one talking. So, with the X. So, the fourth mate was declaring the mutiny. He's still shot here. We need to find another body. Is it up here? It might be. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. This should be part 4. Or part 3. I think part 3 works. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, so you were the one getting shot. There, that's over the boat. Let's go back down. Let's see if we can figure out what happened yet. Okay, so you were knifed. You were knifed by who we think is the gunner's mate. There we go. Nice. The more we get, the easier it's getting to deduce these. Okay. We were right about him being the gunner's mate. All right. I think that completes chapter... I think that completes the escape chapter. But let's flip through it and see. We're definitely getting there. All right. I believe we already have the end done, but we'll flip through it just to make sure. So these are all done. It's all written nice and neatly. Everybody is identified. I'm pretty sure we have one that we don't have in here. We think it's some topman. I don't know about the name. It could be this guy. Scotland. Especially considering that, I mean, it's gonna be, we're just gonna say an unknown topman. Because I don't know which one it is. Okay, so now let's step back to the Doom and look through it. And see who we're missing. We have this one. Okay, now I think you were a gunner. Do we have any gunners? I don't think there's a specific gunner. Okay, so we might... Let me get out of this memory. We figured you out. I think it's up here. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. What can we figure out? Actually, you know what? Let's just go through the beginning in order. Okay, so we figured out you. Chapter 1 done. Chapter 2 done. Chapter 3 not done. We know who it was that was shot. These are the Formosan people. Is there anything we can say about you? You're in 2 memories. Are you in the bitter cold? You are. Huh, okay. So you're going to be one of the few people left. I think we can actually identify you then. Because I don't think there's that many people that are down there. I think it was one of these 2. Let's visit that memory again and see. Bitter cold. So, let's see. Where was that one? That was on the Orlop deck. Okay, so this is the one I want to see. Let's head out of here. Orlop deck. I think we're 1 too high. Yeah, we're on the gunner deck. Let's go down 1. Okay, so it's right here. This one, bitter cold. Okay. So, we identified all of these, I think. 51, 53. I'm pretty sure. Who is the guy that I'm looking at now? Not that guy. And that's why I thought he was a topman, because they're all... He could be a topman too. He's hanging out with them. But he's in this memory. Okay. So this is the guy I'm trying to identify. We have 57, 58, 59. Let's see. What do we got over here? 37. 42. I don't think... Are those options? 37. 37. Oh, it could be. I think we've got to say he's an unknown topman. 37 or 42. That means he could be either one. Could be either one of these. Okay, so I'm curious. Who did we say was the other guy? That one, these guys have been... Okay, so we said he was Lewis. Why did we... We're going to say he's an unknown topman too. Why did we say he was Lewis? I think for sure we have identified the topman. They're definitely topmen. So we got to identify this guy and this guy. I'm kind of thinking... Honestly, I'm kind of thinking that this guy. Because I feel like he had an accent. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's walk through your memories. What do we got? We know that you were here, because you're obviously sleeping here. Who else? Unholy captives. Okay. Well, we're almost there, so let's see. Let's, okay, so let's exit out of this memory. We're making progress. Even if we don't know for sure who they are yet, we're definitely making some progress. So we need to go up to the gun deck. On the other side, I think. Because the cook's gotta go get impaled again by the pretty shells. Alright, so this one. Now let's listen, just in case we hear something.
Move the boat to stern and throw the bodies over.
What's your foot in? Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry
And that's the cook.
solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Okay, so I don't know who he's talking to. I think you're a steward. You're dressed just like all the stewards. Can we say unknown steward? How many stewards do we have left? We know we've correctly identified that one. We have the ship's steward and the second mate steward. I didn't really hear that voice. I think you're a steward based on how you're dressed. I could be wrong, but he's dressed just like these guys, right? He's correctly identified, and he's correctly identified. So, do we have any other stewards here? I think you're also a steward. Okay. I'm going to identify this guy. I know we're trying to trace back the other guy's memories, but this one's bugging me. We need to go back. I know exactly which memory it is that I want to see. It's the one where the doctor is saying, I've seen worse. So, let's see. We just need to go forward, I think. Keep pressure here. Oh, yeah, okay. This memory. So, part 4. So this is where we need to go. Cargo hold. All right. So let's go to the cargo hold. Because I feel like, just based on clothing, he's got to be a steward. Okay, so where are we going? I think we're still one deck too high. Let's go down one more. Okay. Right here? Okay, so right here. This is part 4 though, right?
Keep pressure here.
That's the part we needed.
Knock him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back or doom us all.
Right?
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things.
Mm-hmm.
May yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think.
John.
Where's the rest of his leg?
Okay, so we know who you are. James. Okay. Robert. Alfred. You're the bosun's mate. Bosun's mate. First mate. And we are sure about this. Like, I just want to make sure. The only other possibility it could be would be the first mate steward, and that's not an option. There's only one John. Right? Let's look and see. Are there any other Johns? There's John Naples. This is literally the only... It has to be him. So, if that's so, then let's go back to that other memory. Can we do anything? That's the artist. Emil. And then you are... Oh yeah, Olus. Okay. Carpenter, Winston. Are we sure? We're sure about that, right? We're pretty sure. Yeah, I feel like those are right. Because they were in the woodworking shop. Let's see. Who are you? Okay, Abraham. Alright, who is this? This is the third mate. Lars. A seaman. I feel like we have these guys identified correctly, unless it didn't die, unless they didn't die the way we thought they did. Like, maybe... No, that's clearly spiked. Oh, wait. Come on, boss. Do I have them backwards? Oh, I gotta listen to this one. Okay, okay. So this is going to be... We need to go... Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I wonder if I had those two backwards. Like, it just seemed like... I can't go out that way, can I? Or can I? I don't know. Maybe I have to go around this way. Yeah, there we go. It just seemed like the other guy was kind of taking the lead before, but I wonder if I've got him backwards. Like, maybe he's the carpenter's assistant. Because whoever dies is doing the speaking. Okay, so... Where is this at? This is on the gun deck, so let's go up. Up one more. Where's it at? Other side. He was spiked as he was coming around, right? So it's you? Alright, now let's listen.
What's going on?
Stay back! It's already done for Nick.
Hey, come on, boss. No, get there. Hey, cat!
I think I might have them backwards. I'm gonna see if that's so. Why would he call him boss otherwise? Okay, so are you actually the carpenter? Maybe. We're gonna go with that. Already done for Nick. Did we identify a Nick? Let's see. Where's the previous memory? So let's see. Let's go back to the previous part. Nick. I wonder. Do we have a topman named Nick? You have a topman named Nick. I bet you. I bet you this is him then. So let's go back up top. It's already done for Nick. Okay. That's you then, right? You've got to be the topman named Nick. I would assume. Okay, so... Who are you? Okay, so we don't know who you are. We know who you are, right? Yeah, we know you. And you're Lars, right? Yeah. So, let me look at part 1, but I think that's gotta be Nick. Yeah, that's gotta be Nick. If it's already gotten Nick, this has to be him. There we go. We are just zooming tonight. He was the carpenter's mate. And he was the carpenter. Nice. Awesome. All right. You know what we do? We go through it again. Actually, we really don't have to because we know where we did all of the bitter cold, right? I'm just going to go through again just because it makes me feel better to confirm it all definitively, but I'm pretty sure we can say for sure chapter 1 and 2 is done. Okay, so we still have, this is where we got distracted. We do have an unknown topman. But we only have 2 topmen left, and he didn't have a Scottish accent. I think he's got to be Lewis Walker. And that means, and I thought the other guy had a Scottish accent. So that's going to be in the end. I think he's got to be the Scottish topman. It's got to be. Okay. So let's get out of this memory. I'm going to go with that, and then we're going to assume they're right and continue on. That ought to take care of everybody in chapter 2, or no, it's chapter 3, right? Yeah, chapter 3. That should take care of everyone, because we think that this is Lewis Walker. We know who he was shot by. Now the calling. An unknown soul here. Okay, so we have one unknown soul. We thought this was the second mate steward, but what if he's the ship steward? Like, why did we think he was second mate steward? I bet it's because he was standing next to the second mate on the ship, right? I'm betting that's what it was. Let me look. Justice at sea. Let's see. Well, second mate. No, he's not. Midshipman. Midshipman. They're all standing together. Bosun, carpenter, fourth mate steward, carpenter's mate. Don't know who he was. We think he was a steward. Let's see, Henry Brennan. Okay. I think we know all of these. We know all of those guys. So the only reason, I'm pretty sure you're John. Only reason I thought you were him is because you are a steward. But maybe you're the wrong steward. What other stewards do we have? We have Captain Steward, which I know it's not. And there's Ship Steward from India. India. Huh. Ship Steward. Okay. What other steward is there? Third mate steward. First mate. Second mate. Where is another steward? I don't even know who you are. Have I ever... I don't even remember seeing him. Obviously, he died somewhere. Right? Or did he? What if you're not the second mate steward? Is there a reason why we said this? Nicholas, sir, shoot them. O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? It's because he was sitting next to him. But that doesn't mean anything. We need to go visit this death. Okay, so we need to go through part 4. Okay. So let's go up to the deck, and we're gonna go visit the calling again. We gotta get to it through her. Okay, so the calling. Alright, I think it's your body, right? It was right here. I think it's this. No, that's you. Who are you? No. Who are you? Yes, you're the one I want to see. You're the guy I want to observe. So let's listen, because he has 3 speaking lines.
Oregus, you still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Okay, so I think I said he was the steward because of his accent. And I really think that's probably right. How did you die, though? Did you get spiked? I'm not sure. How did you die? Oh, you didn't... Were you just killed by him? Were you just killed by him? That's what it looks like here. You weren't... What? Why did I say you were spiked? It looks like you were strangled by... this guy. Unless I'm seeing wrong. I mean, she's reaching for him. But there are no spikes involved. I mean, I can go back on this body and see what happened just before, I think. But it seems like he was strangled. Let's see.
Of course, we'll read the canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
Okay, so that's them speaking.
Aye, shut it up!
They say strange things about monsters.
Okay, so who are you? Okay. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And you are the Formosan royalty. You're the Russian, right? And then, yeah, okay, so you were just strangled. Yeah, I think that's true. Do we know all of you guys? We don't know who you are. We know who you are. And then you're the second mate. Right? Okay, so... I think that's right. I think he was just killed. Oh, we don't know who you are. You were spiked. Let's see. Let me look at the O'Hagan. You're still breathing. Can you row? Could this be somebody O'Hagan? Who is O'Hagan? Maybe it's just him. He's the only one we don't have identified here, right? And he had just gotten killed. Because this was the topman. O'Hagan, you still breathing? We know her. We know him. We know him. That's got to be it. And he was spiked. Yeah. Okay. That's got to be who it is. So let's go out the door. Oh boy. So then let's see. The calling. What do we have? Actually, we have someone on the murder that we haven't identified. Let's check and see if we put something for them. So we think this is Lewis Walker because of the accent. Now we could have it backwards because we only have 2 top men left. So we may need to come back and swap that, but I swear he didn't have an accent. Patrick O'Hagan, it's got to be him. Spiked by a terrible beast. Samuel Galligan was strangled by... Assuming we have the right person, which I'm assuming... We need to find who the ship's the ship's steward is. Okay, so we know her, him. Okay, these guys drown. Okay, so other than the question marks there, we're good there. We have this done. This is unholy captives now. We have that filled out. This guy, this has got to be the Indian one. He just has the look of it. If he's a steward, he's got to be that steward. I don't know. It looks like it to me. I could be totally wrong. Let's see. The more we go, the more I'm thinking I have those 2 top men backwards, though. John Naples. I'm pretty sure that's right. The Doom. We have very few things left. We don't even have hardly any seamen left. It's got to be one of those 2. Right? So we'd have to see. I wonder. Are you going to be in the memory down below as well? The bitter cold. So he also is in the bitter cold, which means his bunk number is going to be limited by something at the end. I don't know if that helps us though. Let's just continue looking. And then this was an unknown seaman, unknown soul. Who are you? You're dressed in like, you have to be a passenger or something, right? Oh, I bet he's a purser. Maybe. Just look at his outfit. That's like a banker's outfit. It looks like he has glasses. I bet that's who that is. I could be wrong. And we may have to follow that up. But I would not be surprised. You're only in 2 memories. What are your memories? The Doom. The Doom where she says a name, though. And the murder. Okay, what name does she say? She said Martin. Okay, well, we know it's not you. Who else was in this? Martin. Oh, she was talking to him. Okay. Alright, so I still don't know who you are. Although, I want to look at the underway, or just at the different sketches. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we know all you guys. We know you. We know you. I think we know you, but we may be wrong. Like, these 2 could be backwards. I guess we could listen to his memory again and just to, you know, make ourselves feel better about it, right? So let's find his corpse. It's outside the window. All right. So let's follow that up. Outside. The murder. There's only 3 deaths. Let's see. It's through here? Yes. So let's listen to his voice.
On your toes.
Go back there!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
Give it up. I assume you're a topman. A topman. Is it possible I just have you backwards? Could you be the other topman? Okay, it was. I swear that didn't sound like the accent, though. But I don't know. He was the purser. Okay, we judged that from his outfit. Okay. Now we know who the last guy in the escape, or in the end was. We're almost there. Oh, man. We are almost there. Okay, so we're going to do a final flip through, and then I think we're going to call it and save the finale for next time. Well, what I assume to be the finale. I don't know how long the 8th chapter will take us. Okay, so we've identified everyone here. We have identified everyone in chapter 2. Chapter 3 is complete. This guy we still don't know. We'll have to follow up on him. We may have his identity correct. I'm unsure. He could be ship steward. No one's saying he has to be second mate steward. Okay, so chapter 5. I'm pretty sure that's gotta be who that is. I mean, maybe. We could be wrong about him too. Chapter 6. I think... Okay, so I'm almost certain this guy's right, which makes me wonder if my other 2 are backwards. Just for giggles. Let me see. Could you be? I mean, he's got the right voice, though, is the thing. But, I mean, I was wrong about the other guy. Is there anyone else from, like... He could... No. No, we have almost everybody identified. We are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 definitive identifications. But really 8, because I'm pretty sure Philip Dahl is correctly identified. So, pretty sure. I could be wrong. I need to look that up and see. Okay, so what would our choices be? I feel like that was Swedish, but maybe it could be India. I'll look it up in our break. So, and then I think, well, we already know who this guy is going to be now. He's going to be the last topman. This is going to be our last topman. And we know who that is. The end is done. All these disappearances are done. Chapter 9 and 10 should be completely done. We don't know about 8. We have a couple of discrepancies that we're going to have to figure out. Like, there's an unknown seaman. There's 2 left. Who is it? Which one is which? We'll have to figure that out. Who is this? He's dressed fancy. My guess is maybe Helmsman, but we'll have to see. But yeah, so... Alright, let's go ahead and exit out of this memory real fast. So we'll be starting kind of fresh. We are right here at the end, guys. Man, it's crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and exit to the title. I want to see how many fates we had. We had 33 when we started. 51. Wow, that is crazy. We have almost all the fates identified. There's only, what, 60, I think, because I said there was 9 we didn't have. That's insane. So, but that is, of course, where we're going to call it. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we are definitely going to be back at this next week. I think we're going to be able to finish it up. Unless there's something really, really long about the bargain. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we have barely any people. But I'm very curious to see what we're going to have when we get into it. So, it's going to be super fun. We will be back here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central. We are going to be playing... We Were Here Together with Night Flurry, and then we're also going to play a new game, Castle of Secrets, I think it's called. So it should be really interesting. I'm curious to see what that game is all about. So, but I appreciate everybody for joining me. That will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And now I want to see if we can find a raid for everyone. I think for Rumble, we're going to raid Ryu Muramasa, playing some Hogwarts Legacy. Alright, so we're going to get that set up. And now let's see who we can raid on Twitch. Well, let's see. Who do we have? How about let's raid Drink Tea With Me, playing some Ale and Tail Tavern. Should be interesting. So, alright, we will get these going. Once again, I will be here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next one. So, until then.